Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is your homie Nem, and today we are going to be ranking all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies from top tier to bottom tier. Anybody out there that knows me knows that I'm the most qualified, okay, not the most qualified, but one of the most qualified people to make this list. I'm that dude that set the Guinness World Record for watching Avengers Infinity War 103 times while it was still in the theater. Last year, before Far From Home came out, I did a live stream of watching each Marvel Cinematic Universe movie from start to finish, all the movies. Took me 42 hours straight, no sleep. So I did a 10-minute long rap song talking about each of the movies, and you can check that song out. Link will be in the description. I'm a huge Marvel fan with an extensive comic book collection, and I got a lot of Marvel-themed clothes, toys, and memorabilia. I actually own all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies on Blu-ray. Some of them I even own 2 copies of. And last but not least, the Russo brothers, the director of some of these films, follow me on Twitter, and we DM all the time. And when I say all the time, I mean 5 times back in 2018. So trust me when I say that, when I say these movies are what they are, take my word for it, okay? Alright, so without any further ado, let's get to ranking these movies. Okay, so the first movie in order of release, okay, 2008's The Iron Man, alright, the OG, Robert Downey Jr., born to play this role of Tony Stark, my God. Has some of the best character development, storytelling. The movie was good. I'm not gonna say it was awesome. I'm just saying it was good. But you know, you gotta pay respects to it. So I'm gonna put it in the A tier. It's not S tier. I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Okay, show some respect to the OG. Next up, we got The Incredible Hulk. That's gonna be a big yikes from me. Okay, that's all the way at the bottom. We ain't gonna waste no time. Matter of fact, we're gonna change this tier to yikes. That's gonna be the yikes tier. Okay. I don't understand how they messed this one up. They have Edward Norton, okay? One of the best actors of our time, and I don't know what happened with this script, but it sucked, bro. Plus, it was kind of boring. I mean, the best thing about this movie was the post-credit scene, okay? That's one of the things that Marvel movies are known for, post-credit scenes. When Tony Stark went and talked to General Ross about starting a team, an Avengers initiative, if you will. So that's when you knew that Marvel had something up their sleeve, and they was going to connect all these films together into one Marvel Cinematic Universe. You see what goes down? But as far as a movie, that movie, I wouldn't watch it more than 3 times if I had to, you know what I'm saying? Next up to bat, you got Iron Man 2. They didn't waste no time. They went ahead and put that sequel out because money, baby. Yeah, money. That right there, I'm gonna say this is a B tier. I really loved Mickey Rourke character, and Sam Rockwell. They did an excellent job in this film. The introduction of Don Cheadle as the new Rhodey because of money, baby. Yeah. The movie was good, but it wasn't Iron Man 1 good, so I gotta put it on a B tier. Okay, next up we got the first Thor movie. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the C tier right there. See, not really a huge fan of this one. Okay, it looked good, and you got Anthony Hopkins, one of the best actors of our time. Okay. You got Idris Elba as Heimdall. Really didn't use him a whole lot in this film. You got Natalie Portman, another fine actor, and the movie just fell flat for me. Fun fact, in that movie, they was dyeing Chris Hemsworth's eyebrows blonde. So if you go look at those movies and you look at the newer movies, it's just like, what? That's why he looks so different, because they was dyeing his freaking eyebrows. Captain America, the First Avenger, okay. Pretty good movie. Sometimes it was a little hokey, but overall it was nicely done. That's a nice B tier movie right there. You know, you gotta get your character development, you gotta get your origin story out of the way. I gotta say, Red Skull was amazing in this movie. The first introduction of the Tesseract, which is an Infinity Stone. So, you know, this movie holds a spot. I'm gonna give it a nice B tier though. Nice B tier. Okay, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of what we trying to get to. Avengers. The first Avengers movie, okay, that's a nice A-tier movie right there. Josh Whedon really did his thing on this one, guys. I mean, he really directed the hell out of this one. It was mind-blowing. The way Hulk was slamming Loki around and called him a puny god, that joint was fire. The whole entire theater erupted when that happened, bro. Lots of good, cool moments in that movie. Will always be a classic. That's a good A-tier movie, though. Not quite S-tier. All right, that's the end of Phase 1. We're going into Phase 2 with Iron Man 3, the Christmas classic. Yes, it is a Christmas film. I'm going to give that a nice B tier, okay? I loved Iron Man 3. It's got my boy Guy Pearce in it, one of my most favoriteest actors. Ben Kingsley, another A-tier actor. They kind of reduced him to Trevor Slattery. Okay, I understand what they were trying to go for. I liked it. A lot of people didn't. I enjoyed this when it showed a very vulnerable side of Tony Stark. It really delved deep into his psyche, showed that he is just a man in an iron suit, but he's also a hero. Next up, we got Thor 2. Okay, Thor: The Dark World. What can I say about this movie? Nothing. Because it was not good. I won't say it was trash. None of these movies are garbage, okay? Except for one. And this one comes really close. That's a big yikes for me right there. Thor: The Dark World, the director dropped out of the film halfway through because the script was trash. First of all, Malekith? That's like the most F-tier villain. I mean, who is this guy? Like, come on. And then the whole planets aligning with the portals and this and that. It just didn't make sense. It didn't mesh. And I hope God has mercy on their souls. Okay, I'm going to probably get a lot of backlash for this next one. Captain America: Winter Soldier. A lot of people's most favoritist Marvel movie. For me, it's an A tier. Captain America: Winter Soldier, the introduction of the Russo brothers' directorial Marvel debut. I mean, I enjoyed the film, don't get me wrong. Bucky Barnes coming back from the grave. But overall, I just feel like the pacing of the movie was a little slow. The storytelling was there. I just felt like it just needed a little bit more. Okay? A little bit more. Okay, now we're going to take this to outer space, okay? Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn did his thing on this one. Boom! Our first S-tier film. You can make a movie and develop all these characters without having to do a whole backstory and character origin and all that stuff. Just do like one or two. They did Quills. They didn't really delve on anybody else's story. So that's good. This is a really solid film, really solid villain, really solid storytelling, okay? James Gunn did a really excellent job with this. Not to mention the soundtrack. The amazing soundtrack. He really went out of the box on this one. Got to give this one an S tier. It's an instant classic. Anytime it comes on TV, I'm watching it. Avengers: Age of Ultron. That's an A tier movie. James Spader as Ultron was magnifique. When he chopped off Claw's arm and kicked him down the stairs, I was like, this dude is badass. Oh my gosh. Then you got the introduction of Scarlet Witch and Marvel's version of Quicksilver. By the way, Fox's version of Quicksilver, 10 times better. Just throwing that out there. Fun fact, the guy that played Quicksilver is the same guy that played Kick-Ass, and that's another one of my all-time favorite movies. Quicksilver dies, a lot of people in Sokovia die because, you know, people are people and they can't survive rocks being slammed on them, so, I mean, there's that. This was the beginning of people saying, hey, look, you know, we wouldn't have all these problems if these freaking superheroes didn't cause these problems, because if you remember, Tony Stark and Eric Bana, not Eric Bana, I'm over here talking about 2003's Hulk, that abomination. Bruce Banner and Tony Stark made Ultron in the lab. This is also the introduction of Vision. All in all, it's a really good A-tier movie. All right, next up, we're going to take it subatomic, all right, with your boy, Ant-Man. Paul Rudd's portrayal of Ant-Man is amazing. I kind of wish it wasn't so funny all the time. Because if you know Ant-Man, well, this version of Ant-Man, is it? I don't know. Maybe I should go back and look. But I thought he was like a really troubled, wife-beating, alcoholic guy. But maybe I need to go back and check if that version of Ant-Man or another version of Ant-Man. If it's Scott Lang or if it's Pym. It's probably Pym, now that I'm thinking about it. Scratch all that. Either way, the movie's not that good. One of Marvel's tropes is that they take the hero and in order to make a villain, they just make the villain the opposite. So in this one, you got Ant-Man, and then you got Yellow Jacket. They both do the same thing, but one's evil and one's good. And I don't like that about Marvel sometimes. But overall, for me, the movie kind of fell flat. It was the end of Phase 2, and that's going to be a C-tier movie. It comes on TV, and I'm just like, all right, I guess we'll watch this if there ain't nothing else on. Is Impractical Jokers on? It is? All right, turn to that then, because that's what we're going to watch that instead. Okay, we're over halfway done, and we're into Phase 3 right now. The next movie up is Captain America Civil War. S-tier movie number 2. Look, when I tell you that I freaking screamed in the theaters, okay, I freaking screamed in the theaters. You got these two opposing hero teams going against each other. Who would have saw, unless you read the comics, you wouldn't have guessed that Captain America and Iron Man will be leading two different teams and fighting each other on the freaking battlefield, okay? All right. Got the major introduction of the Black Panther. Okay, Wakanda forever, Wakanda forever. Tony Stark was like, yo, we need to be put in check because one day something's going to happen and we're going to have to come together, you know what I'm saying? But Steve Rogers was like, yo, listen, what if they trying to use us for some ulterior motives, if you know what I'm saying? Because you know what happened with S.H.I.E.L.D., and the whole freaking Hell Hydra thing, half of them boys was doing bad stuff. So I can see where Steve was coming from. But yo, Iron Man had the team, bro. He had the team. Black Panther, freaking Vision. Oh man, I mean, he had the team. He was stacked. And he had Spider-Man. Oh, for this movie to have more impact, they really should not have put Spider-Man in the trailer. When I saw that trailer, I went freaking bongos. Imagine what you would do if you saw Spider-Man say, hey everybody, in the theater, bro. Like, come on. That would have been an awesome moment. Kind of reminds me of the time at the end of Avengers, in the post-credit scene, and you freaking see Thanos for the first time, and I was the only one in the theater talking about some, ah! And everybody else was looking at me like, what's going on? Who is this guy? He looks like Barney the Purple Dinosaur, and I'm like, yo, this is the baddest dude on the planet, in the universe, in the galaxy, and it's about to go down. But yo, back to Civil War. This movie's really good. It has a lot of consequences in it, and that's what I like about some of these movies. It's like everybody don't always win. Okay, somebody gonna die, and even if they ain't dying, somebody gonna get hurt. I mean, look at Rhodey. They hurt that dude. He fell out of the sky, landed on the ground, broke his legs, bro, tore his spine to pieces. Okay, these movies have consequences, and that's what I like about them. Doctor Strange doing it real big. Introduction movie. That's a good A-tier movie. Doctor Strange, bruh, I don't know how many different graphic artists they had on this thing. You remember Inception? Forget Inception. Doctor Strange. That movie looked good. I mean, that movie looked good. You got the introduction of Stephen Strange, one of the best doctors, the best neurosurgeons in the world. Broke all his hands. He had to go travel to Kamar Taj to see the Ancient One. And then the Ancient One just turns his whole world upside down. Got these dudes out here battling crazies from the dark dimension with Caecilius at the helm. I'm telling you right now, this movie is an A-tier movie. I'll go out on a limb and say that that's the best movie special effects out of this whole list. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is an A-tier movie. I liked it. Yondu, one of my most favorite characters, they took him off. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You get invested in these characters and they just tear them off. They just tear them to pieces, kill them off. So that just goes to show you that, listen, these movies are not just movies. There are consequences for people's actions.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Peter Quill finds out that Ego is his father. Ego is the living planet. I like the way they did it, though. It's not just some big planet with a face on it. It's actually him as a life force that travels from world to world, universe to universe, and he tries to make the entire universe him. Hence his name, Ego. Get it? Ego? He's got a big ego. Most people like this movie for Baby Groot. I do enjoy Baby Groot. I miss the old Groot, though. Drax the Destroyer has a lot of one-liners and zingers in this movie. Mantis have some pretty good parts in this movie. Overall, the movie's good. I would watch it if it comes on TV. It's an A tier, not an S tier like the first one. First one's a classic. The second one's just more of the same stuff, so it wasn't really out of the box or nothing like that. So kudos to them for that movie. I'm just waiting on Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3. And I'm just really curious to see where it goes from there. Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay, Sony and Marvel had a deal. They was like, listen, We'll let you have Spider-Man. Go ahead and make your little movies, but after all this is done, we're going to have him back. I'm sorry. You only get 2 more movies and that's it. And I'm glad they did it because Spider-Man Homecoming was pretty good. It was pretty good. It wasn't great. It was pretty good. I'm going to give that one a nice B tier, okay? It's a pretty good family film. Peter Parker, I will say that this is the best Peter Parker out of all of them. Tom Holland plays an excellent Peter Parker, a young, witty, dexterous high school student that has the whole world ahead of him, but he's got these responsibilities that he don't really want. But guess what? He got them, okay? Michael Keaton coming in as the Vulture. You know, when I saw Michael Keaton in Birdman, I was like, this dude gonna try to play some Marvel heroes, and they gave him the right one. They gave him Vulture. He plays the part excellently. The movie is well done. A nice B tier movie though. Thor Ragnarok. S tier film. Listen, Chris Hemsworth went to Kevin Feige and was like, look, these Thor films is trash. This is true. He was like, look, I ain't trying to play this Thor hero no more unless y'all do something different with this, man. Liven them up a little bit, you know, make them funny. Do something different. These films is trash. Kevin Feige was like, all right, look, we got this brilliant director from New Zealand. His name is Taika Waititi. He gonna come in here. He gonna mix some stuff up. Okay, we're gonna throw Hulk in there. All right, we got all kinds of stuff for you, bro. How's that sound? And Chris Hemsworth was like, all right. Yo, this movie was dope, bro. Okay, the whole look of it. Okay, it's got that nice power 80s theme. It's just over the top, outstanding visuals. Jeff Goldblum is a darling. Okay, all right. Who can hate Jeff Goldblum? Loki back doing his thing in this film. Valkyrie. Okay, Tessa Thompson did her thing in this movie, man. She really showed, I think for maybe the first or second time in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, other than Black Widow, she really showed that a woman can come in here and kick ass just like the men do. And not to mention Hela, I mean, she was kicking ass from the beginning of the damn movie. I mean, literally killing half of the freaking Asgardians. I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna have nobody left for your army, okay? And bruh, Thor fighting Hulk in the arena? Oh, you know, I really wanted that to play all the way out to see who would win without any outside interference. To me, I feel like Hulk would have beat Thor because the more you try to beat on Hulk, the angrier he gets and the stronger he gets. I don't think Thor could have lasted another couple rounds, bro. That's just me. What you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thor Ragnarok is an S tier film. Hands down, one of the best Marvel movies, period. Next up. Wakanda Forever. Black Panther, S tier film. Stop playing with me, dude. Listen, it's the number, what, 4? Number 4. It's the 4th most grossing movie domestically. Stop sleeping on Black Panther. The movie's dope. Killmonger. One of the most craziest villains we've seen thus far. Okay, Michael B. Jordan went in on this film. Not to mention he got jacked for this film, bruh. When he took his shirt off and he was battling T'Challa, bruh, I got scared, okay? And I'm a grown man. He was like, yeah, I fought everywhere. Afghanistan, Iraq. I was like, oh. Dude threw T'Challa over the falls and I thought the movie was over. Then he sat on the throne and was like, hey, auntie, I need y'all to burn all this. When I say something, I mean that ish. This guy is a villain. He's a villain, okay? Not to mention Claw, he's a pretty good villain too. He was kind of funny talking about, you want to hear my SoundCloud page. It's a regular who's who of black actors. You got Forrest Whitaker, Angela Bassett, what's that girl's name? Denai Guerrera, Daniel Kaluuya, freaking Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, Letitia Wright, all these dudes, man. And dudettes. Winston Duke, I can't forget M'Baku. Okay. Shut up, you can't talk here. Be quiet before I feed you to our children. I'm only kidding, we're vegetarian. Why he said they was vegetarian, but then they said they found T'Challa's body, one of the fishermen found it. Are y'all vegetarians or not? Y'all pescatarians. Listen, I know the movie has its flaws graphically, okay? Those rhinos didn't look like nothing. But I would say it's an S-tier film because of its importance and the way the story was told. I just love this movie, man. I love it. Y'all already know what it is, man. The next movie, Avengers Infinity War. It's gonna be a big yikes from me, bruh. You must be crazy, bro. Get that thing all the way up top. Matter of fact, hold up. Hold up. SS tier. This is the movie. I truly believe that this is one of the best movies ever made. Not just Marvel movies. Movie. Okay, Casablanca. Okay, what's another really good one? Who cares? This is one of those movies where you just like, damn. And yes, before you ask, I know the entire script by heart. I watched the movie in the theater 103 times from front to finish, plus the end credit scenes every single time. I even know the movie soundtrack by heart, so when in some parts there's like violins and stuff, I'll be like, This is Thanos' whole movie, bro. He set out to do what he wanted to do. He did it. The end. Okay? And it ain't like in Endgame they just reversed everything. They had to come up with a solution to defeat this dude. I mean, he was done. He was on a freaking planet somewhere growing potatoes, and they came in there and interrupted his dinner. Okay? All the different factions and teams interacting with each other. You got Tony Stark, one of the most egotistical billionaires, with Stephen Strange, one of the most egotistical neuroscientists, and they're together. You got Captain America, who's a fugitive from the law right now, but even though he's Captain America, and he's teaming up with the Black Panther, and they're doing their big thing in Wakanda. Bro, the whole movie was just breathtaking, visually. Storytelling was there, and I love that movie. Okay, and now Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's gonna be a big yikes for me. It's like it was a big roller coaster. I was like, oh my god, Black Panther and Infinity War. What the heck is this? Bruh, what was this movie, man? What happened? I'm tired of these damn ants. Okay? I'm tired of these ants. Ant playing the drums? Stop. I'm not even gonna talk about this movie. It was just bad. I remember doing the Marvel Marathon, and this movie came on, and I was about done. I wasn't sleepy no other time, but when this movie came on, I was done. Listen, no offense to the director or the writer or whoever did this film, but I don't think anybody was feeling it, man. I'm sorry. It's just not a good film. I don't know what y'all was thinking. And now we getting back into what we really need, a hero. Captain Marvel, nice B tier film. Would have been A tier, but it's not there yet. I just didn't really like it. I just didn't really like the film. Honestly, if I was being honest, this is kind of a C tier film, but I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's better than these two, Ant-Man and Thor. I mean, I was really kind of scared of this film because I know Captain Marvel was powerful, and even Kevin Feige was like, "Yo, she's the most powerful Avenger out there. Like, she's the most powerful being in the universe." And I was like, they really gonna bring Captain Marvel in here to just reverse everything Thanos did? Because if they do that, that sucks. That would really suck. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
But thank God they didn't. You know, they brought her in as a help and not as the freaking answer all to the whole problem of Thanos. I really like the 90s theme of this film. Samuel L. Jackson with some hair. The introduction of Skrulls, that was kind of cool. I didn't really see that coming. Overall, it's a pretty good film. Have I seen it more than 3 times? No, I saw it 3 times. Twice in the theater, and I got the DVD, I saw it once. So it's not really a memorable film. I kind of feel like Lashana Lynch should have been Captain Marvel. But that's just me. I don't know. Whatever. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the biggest film of all these films, Avengers Endgame. It's an S tier. It's an S tier film. I can't put it on the same level as Infinity War. Now, I will say this. Avengers Endgame is better than all these other films, okay? It's better than Guardians of the Galaxy, Civil War, Thor Ragnarok, and Black Panther. And it is almost as good as Infinity War, but I just got to give it to Infinity War because there was so much at stake in that film, and it didn't pan out the way you thought it was. The freaking credits roll when Thanos smiled. I was like, what? I was actually in the theater at the premiere of this movie. I was watching this movie with Robert Downey Jr., freaking Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and all the boys and girls. And that was the first time that they had seen the movie as well, and they were just as blown away by it as I was. I was really sad to see, you know, Captain America get too old to play his part. Really, really sad, of course, to see Tony Stark not able to withstand the snap, and he actually passed away at the end of the movie. But hey, listen, sometimes you just got to pay the price for the greater good. Some of the best things that I liked about this movie was not only the time travel, but Smart Hulk. I actually love Smart Hulk. A lot of people are like, yo, they ruined Hulk, they ruined Thor. I liked Hulk in Ragnarok, where, you know, I can actually understand him, and he's actually got a little bit of control to himself. But Smart Hulk is where it's at, man. You got the brawn and you got the brains. It's the best of both worlds. I'm really excited to see where they go with this character after this. You got Fat Thor, and he's going to be joining the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're going to be doing the as Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess. That's going to be pretty cool. The whole dynamic with Peter Quill and the new Gamora, that's going to be something crazy. But one of the coldest lines in the whole film was when Thanos was just sitting on the battlefield waiting for them to come out. Bro, this dude's bad. He was like, "You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me." I was like, damn, son. But yeah, Captain America, he wasn't scared. He wasn't backing down. He got knocked down, okay? He had a half-broken shield. He was bloodied. He was bruised. He was dirty, but he got up, strapped on his shield again. He said, "Ugh," and he started walking back out into the field. And there was nothing but a whole bunch of Thanos' minions and army, and he was still ready to fight. And then you hear, "On your left." I was like, they coming back, baby. They coming back. And then you see T'Challa just stroll out like, and in them circles, those portals, bruh. I'm still getting chills about this movie. Let me tell you, I really enjoy this movie. But it's just not better than Infinity War. It's just not. Okay, and now we got Spider-Man Far From Home. That's a B-tier movie. It's pretty good. It's all right. Not going to have a whole lot to talk about with that one. It should not have come after Avengers Endgame, honestly. Nothing should have come after Avengers Endgame. You can't go up from that. Okay, thank you, Mysterio. You did a great job, Gyllenhaal, but Avengers Endgame, okay? We're still coming down from that. So there you have it, guys. This is the official MCU films ranking. Do you guys agree with my list? If you do, or if you don't, let me know what your list is. List them out in the comment section below. I really am curious. And let me know if I'm wrong or not. I'm definitely not wrong. But you can let me know in the comment section down below. Also, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Should I do more lists like this? Let me know. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Holla back at your boy. Peace. Wakanda forever. I know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. But I ask, to what end? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now, it's here. Or should I say, I am. Peace in a bottle of hair grease.